Qur'an, Qur'an, Qur'an.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidil anbiya'i wal mursaleen. Amma ba'd, fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. My dear respected viewers of Madani Channel, we once again welcome you in our program, Background of Quranic Revelations. In this program, we select one ayah of Quran and we talk about its background. What message does it contain? What we can learn from it. Be with us from start to end, immense amount of knowledge, inshaAllah Azza wa Jal, you'll be learning today from this program. Before we proceed towards our topic of the day, let's make few good intentions. My Shaykh Tariqat, Amir of Ahl Sunnah, Hazrat Allama, Maulana Muhammad Ilyas Attar Qadri, Damat Barakatuhum Al-Aliyah, has given us a beautiful mindset to make good intentions. I make this intention, inshaAllah, I will present this program for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can make this intention, you will watch this program from start till end, you'll remember what you learn, act upon and pass this knowledge on to others too. It's always a good idea to invite others towards righteousness. Ask your family members, children, kids, they can come and sit in front of TV screen of Madani Channel and watch this program from start till end. Today we have selected an ayah from Surah Nisa, and that is 148. Respected viewers, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran,
لا يحب الله الجهر بالسوء من القول إلا من ظلم وكان الله سميعا عليما.
Translation from Kanzul Iman. Allah does not like the public utterance of evil talk except by the oppressed, and Allah is all hearing, all knowing. Respected viewers, here ill talk, if we talk about, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not like the utterance of ill talk. What does it mean? According to one opinion, here is to mention the hidden faults of someone, like backbiting or tale telling. This is here according to one call, that's what it means. Meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not like that a person reveals others' faults, finds faults in others. And according to another opinion, here utterance of ill talk is referred to abusive and foul language. Meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not like that one person uses foul language, abusive language for other person. Ill talking, abusive language, foul language. Let's hear a few ahadith in this regard. Prophet of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam has been reported to have said, abusing a Muslim is evil doing and killing him is kufr, disbelief. Another saying of the Prophet ﷺ, which is mentioned in Sahih Muslim, when two persons indulged in hurling abuses upon one another, it would be the first one who would be the sinner, so long as the oppressed does not transgresses the limit. So respected viewers, we understand from the hadith of Rasul ﷺ that ill talking, abusive language is not one of the traits of a believer. Another beautiful saying of the Prophet ﷺ is that Muslim is brother of another Muslim. He neither oppresses nor abuses him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not like utterance of ill talking, but oppressed can mention oppression of a oppressor. This is a permission which is granted to a person who is being oppressed. He can mention that this is what he is doing to me or done to me. For example, if thief took away one's wealth, then he can say that this is the person who is ghasib or who is thief or robber, who has robbed or snatched my wealth from me. He can mention the fault of that person. As far as the Shani Nuzul, sabab of Nuzul, reason of revelation of this very verse is concerned, it is mentioned that there was a person who became guest of a nation, but people of that nation did not do proper hospitality. And when he left that place, he started complaining about them. He uttered words of complaints about them. This is one of the Shani Nuzul, or reason of the revelation of this ayah is mentioned, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Allah does not like the public utterance of evil talk except by the oppressed. And Allah is all hearing, all knowing. Respected viewers, some of the Mufassirun, they have said that this ayah was revealed for Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala an. One day a person exceeded limits of ill talking in front of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam against Sayyidina Siddiq Akbar radiyallahu ta'ala an. Sayyidina Siddiq Akbar radiyallahu ta'ala an remained quiet and patient, but he did not stop. So once he radiyallahu ta'ala an replied. Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam stood up from there. Sayyidina Siddiq Akbar radiallahu ta'ala and said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam, this person kept talking ill about me. And you, meaning Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, did not say anything. And when just once I replied, you stood up, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam. He, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam, said, one angel was responding on your behalf. When you started responding, that angel left and shaitan came. And this is the account when this ayah was revealed. Respected viewers, if we take the very first Shani Nuzul, reason of the revelation, where it is mentioned a person who had gone to a nation but they did not do proper hospitality, and then he left while talking ill about them. So we can also learn a lot of beautiful Madani pearls in this day and age. The message which is there for us. What happens when we go to any weddings, or maybe someone calls us for a meal, dawat? So when we come back, we start talking ill about them. The food was not nice, it was not good. Allahu Akbar. A father throughout his life, there are poor people who save up. They spend whole their life to save money to feed people who come in wedding. And then if we do not like the food, we talk ill about them, it's not fair. Respected viewers of Madani Channel, this is not the trait of believers. When we start complaining, there wasn't any sweet dish, food was not nice, was not properly cooked, we did not get it, or we couldn't get the drinks, and we start talking ill about others. And especially it is done at the back, and we do backbiting. Astaghfirullah. We also learn from this ayah that a person who is oppressed, he can mention the oppression of oppressor. Yes, this permission is there for him. And we learn from this that Mazloom, who is oppressed, he can mention zulm, oppression of oppressor in front of hakim, a ruler. This is not included in ghibat. Viewers of Madani Channel, we need to learn the knowledge about backbiting also, where it is permitted, where it is not permitted. Most of the cases it is not permitted, and we keep on doing it, and we think that what we are saying is right. I'm not saying wrong, this fault is present in him. We become brave and say, this is the definition of backbiting, that fault which is present in a person, and without a valid reason you are mentioning in his absence, for the sake of a aib, for the sake of a fault, you're doing this. One of the definitions mentioned by ulama. Respected viewers of Madani Channel, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq and understanding to refrain from backbiting, ill talking, abusive language, foul language, and give us ability to implement teachings of Quran within our lives. That's all for today. We'll be back with another beautiful episode, with another beautiful topic. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Qur'an